Hey guys, Godfrey here back again for another deck list for the premium format of Cardfight Vanguard. Now, I like playing every clan, and let's just say through a couple of V-Clan collections over the years, I ended up building Spectral Duke Dragon, or as the reverse unit says, Spectral Dupe Dragon Reverse. So, yeah, I just opened a couple of V-Clan collections and ended up getting a lot of the cards for this deck for the V-Series, and I was like, I'll turn it into Premium, because I already have a V Premium Ezel as for my Gold Paladin V Premium, so let's just get into it. Alright, so for the trigger lineup, we got 1 Scarface Lion, 4 Gold Garnish Lions, these are Stride-Fought Critters, Stride-Fought Critters, that's kind of funny. Anyway, 1 Halo Shield Mark, 2 Bard of Heavenly Song Alpax, 4 Player of the Holy Pipe Jerry's, and then you have your Heal Guardians, 4 Clarity Wing Dragons. Now, I have Player of the Holy Pipe Jerry because Generation Break 1, Continuous Skill and Rearguard Circle, this unit gains 3,000 power and Auto Skill and Rearguard Circle. At the end of the battle, this unit attacked or boosted. You put this unit in Soul and Countercharge, so you Soul Charge and Countercharge, which is really helpful for this deck. So, yeah, so that's the trigger lineup for my Spectral Duke or Spectral Dupe Dragon Reverse deck. So, moving on to the grade 1s. You got 1 Light Elemental Hanali, just for defensives, why not? 2, whoa. 2 of these, whoa, I didn't even organize these, that's my bad. 4 Dawning Night Gorbaducks, these are your grade 3 searchers, so you have 4 of those. I didn't organize these, my bad. Then we have 4 of Scout of Darkness Vortimer, which is the grade 1 for Spectral Duke. And then we have 2 Aegis Mare Dragons. So, yeah, this is basically it. Now, I know some people would be like, why do you run Light Elemental Hanali? And it's just for the defensive, because sometimes another Excel deck could be better than another Excel deck, and you're like, I need defensives, and then you just kind of call over it or something, but, something there. I usually just kind of have it in there. So, we have the grade 1s. Now we're going to move on to the grade 2s. So, for the grade 2s, I run 2 Liberator of Royalty Phalons, 2 of them, 4 Black Dragon Knight Vortimers, this is also a countercharger, and then 4 Oath Liberator Aglavales, I can't even say the names right. Now, this is the grade 2 lineup, it is great, because Aglavale is Aglavale, it's just, guess what? Placed on Vanguard Circle, Counterblast 1, look at 3 cards from the top of my deck, call from one of them to the rearguard circle, rest on the bottom of my deck in any order. And then the second one is Auto Skill and Rearguard, which is when this unit attacks, the cost is put another rearguard into your soul, so you soul charge. This unit gets 10,000 power till the end of the battle. At the end of that battle, return this unit to your hand. So you literally have shield value, and you save this unit. It's great. Then Phalon is literally on hit. You can superior call a unit, so it's great. So I have on hits and just on attacks. And then Vortimer is on retire. So on retire, on hit, on attack, and it's really funny. So, yeah, and then this one is also, when it's retired, countercharge 1, and you put this unit into the soul, so it's really good. So those are the grade 2s. Now getting into the grade 3s, of course, we have to have 4 of our Spectral Dupe Dragon Reverses, 4 of the Spectral Dupe Dragons, that's a thing we have to have, and then finally, yes, I run 4 of these, 4 Bluish Flame Liberator Percivals. One day, I looked at Percival and was like, what would happen if I put it in my Spectral Duke Dragon Premium Gold Paladin deck? It's funny, because it pluses like crazy, so it's insane. Guys don't know, when Bluish Flame Liberator Percival is placed on a Vanguard Circle or the Rearguard Circle, you counterblast 1 and discard a card from your hand to get an imaginary gift Excel. Literally not on ride, you just place it, just counterblast 1, discard a card, and you just get a free Excel. And then, the second part of that is, you search your deck or drop zone for 1 Oath Liberator Aglavale and call it to the Rearguard Circle. And if you looked in your deck, you shuffle it, of course. And this ability may only be used by a card with the same card name once a turn. Now, that's crazy, because essentially what I do is call Percival, discard Aglavale. Oh, I need to search Aglavale from deck or drop. I choose drop and superior call it. So it's like, it's insane. So, those are the grade 3s. And yes, these are 12 grade 3s. But it pluses so hard and it's so fun to play. Now we're going to go ahead and look at the Generation Zone. And some of you that may have noticed, there's going to be an interesting change up in the generation zone because, as you saw in the trigger zone, triggers I do not have an over trigger. So we're going to start with the generation units that aren't generation guardians. Of course, as you can see, really shiny Zenith Dragon of Zenith Pink Ultima. This is the first Ultima I ever got, and this was before they did reprints of these. So, like, oh, whoa, that's shaky. Got that for like 124. Anyway, enough flexing. We got Progenitor Dragon of Total Purity Agnos. We got the GB8 for Gold Paladin, Golden Knight of Lynx, Celtis Winner. So, of course, if you know me, I love just running GB8, Progenitor, and Zeroth in the Generation Zone. We got 4 of one of the newest Generation units for Gold Paladin, Golden Knight of Prosperity, Advarius. Advarius is a restander much like Spectral Duke, except you have to send rest rearguards to the bottom of the deck. And if you put 4 or more of them, restands at the end of the battle. It gets drive -2. So, next we have Master Swordsman of First Light, Gurguit Helios, just for the plussing of power. Next we have Sunrise Ray Radiant Sword Gurguit, because why not? And then we finally have Golden Dragon Spear X Dragon, which is great for if you go first. So if you guys didn't know, when you go first and your opponent is grade 2, you can stride into this generation unit. I don't think people know this, but you can stride when your opponent's grade 2 with this card. To do so, it is an activate skill in the generation zone. Unite. If your Vanguard is grade 3, counterblast 2 and discard a card from your hand and stride this card in your Vanguard circle from face down. Now, what does that mean? There is no restriction. You can do it. And Unite basically means if you call 2 or more units in the turn, Unite becomes active, because Gold Paladin is all about toolboxing. So those are the generation units for my Gold Paladin premium deck, and it's fun. It's just fun. Like, the generation zone is there for Player of the Holy Pipe Jerry, but it's really fun to just be like, hey, if I can't use Spectral Duke, I'll go into Advarius. Yeah, and like literally, you don't really use the generation zone that much because you plus so hard off of Spectral Dupe. It's like, oh, okay, I have options. So there's that. Let's move on to the Generation Guardians. So we have 1 True Liberator of Healing, Elise. 2 Golden Beast Slay Me Flare. And then 2 Golden Dragon, Sanctified Dragon. Now, this one is a really good Generation Guardian, because when it's placed in the Guardian Circle, you may Soul Blast 1 to look at the top 2 cards of the deck, choose up to 2 unit cards from among them, call them to the Guardian Circle, and discard the rest. If you called 1 or more grade 1 or greater cards, you draw a card, so you can plus off this during your opponent's turn. Slay Me Flare is there, just guard. And then we have this one just for flipping a Generation Guardian face up in the Generation Zone for Generation Break count. Oh, yeah. Excuse me. And then you look at 2 cards from the top of the deck, call a card from among them to Guardian Circle, until the end of the battle. It gets the auto skill on Guardian Circle. When an attack does not hit, you may move this unit to Rearguard Circle and put a card from among them on the bottom of your deck. Oh, that's really nice, yeah. I partially read the skill. So, anyway, as I was just rambling right now, the skill is Generation Break 1 auto skill on the Guardian Circle, counterblast 1 and choose a face-down Generation Guardian, turn it face up in your G zone. Look at 2 cards from the top of your deck, call a card from among them to Guardian Circle until the end of that battle. It gets auto skill on Guardian Circle. When an attack does not hit, you may move this unit to Rearguard Circle and put a card from among them on the bottom of your deck. So, yay! Elise is great. I love Elise. I love Liberators. Funnily enough, I just don't have a Liberator deck. That's whatever. Anyway, that is the generation units for Spectral Duke. And if you're wondering who the star is, of course it is Knight of Early Dawn Coel, because Coel. Yeah. So, yeah. That is pretty much it. And yeah, one thing about me is I like to have everything, so I run 12 double-sided Imaginary Gifts Excel 1 and Excel 2s. So, and if you guys didn't know, you save so much space in your deck box if you just simply have this double-sided. So, yeah, that is the premium deck list for Spectral Dupe Dragon Reverse. I've been using it interchangeably, Spectral Dupe Dragon, but whatever. Anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Please let me know what you think about this deck list in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe, whatever. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.